Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
The Dacia Duster is marketed since 2010 and since then is positioned as the cheapest SUV in its segment. Its current generation, which has been on sale since 2018, has received an update that brings it closer to other more expensive SUVs in its category. That is why in this article we are going to compare the new Duster 2021 with the Renault Kadjar, one of its closest rivals by size, price, and technology. In fact, they are manufactured under the umbrella of the same automotive group, the Renault Group. Will the new Duster be worth it, or will the Kadjar be better, despite being almost at the end of its commercial life? This model will be replaced in summer 2022 by the Renault Austral. Measurements and habitability. The Dacia Duster measures 4.34 meters in length, making it 15 centimeters shorter than the Renault Kadjar, 4.49 meters. Despite this, the wheelbase is slightly longer in the Duster, 2.67 meters for the 2.65 of the Kadjar. This translates into very similar legroom in the rear seats, although the Dacia has more height, 8 centimeters, and less overall width, 4 centimeters, than the Renault. Arguably, a tall person would travel better in the Duster because of its design. However, the extra body size of the Kadjar plays a trump card in its favor in terms of cargo capacity, since its trunk offers a volume of 472 liters for the 445 of the Duster. However, although it is clear that the interior space of the Dacia is better optimized, the two models can accommodate 5 adults comfortably, and accessibility is good for any of its 4 side doors. Engine and performance. The engine range of the new Dacia Duster consists of a 1.5-liter 115 horsepower diesel engine with front or all-wheel drive, coupled to a manual gearbox with 6 gears, and a 1.3-liter turbocharged gasoline engine available in several power levels, 90 horsepower, 130 horsepower, and 150 horsepower. Only the last one has a 6-speed automatic transmission. In addition, there is a third 1.0-liter 3-cylinder twin-cylinder engine that can run on gasoline or liquefied petroleum gas. Delivers 100 horsepower to the front axle and is mated to a manual transmission. For its part, the Renault Kadjar can be configured with a 1.8-liter 150 horsepower diesel engine associated with a front-wheel drive and a 6-speed manual transmission, and a gasoline engine that is the same 1.3-liter TCE of the Duster, which in this case yields 140 horsepower or 160 horsepower maximum power, has front-wheel drive, and is coupled to a 6-speed manual gearbox or 7-speed automatic. Performance in terms of acceleration and top speed are very similar in practice. This is because all the power and aerodynamic efficiency that the Kadjar has more, the Duster compensates with a considerable reduction in curb weight, about 200 kilograms less. For example, the 130 horsepower gasoline version of the Dacia achieves 100 kilometers per hour from a standstill in 10.6 seconds and reaches a maximum of 193 kilometers per hour. The Kadjar with the gasoline engine and 140 horsepower performs the same acceleration in 10.5 seconds and reaches 203 kilometers per hour. Not even the 160 horsepower version with automatic transmission of the Renault is able to go below 9 seconds in the 0-100 or exceed 210 km/h. If you are looking for a high-performance car, these are not for you. Consumption is also similar for the same reason, although it is possible to achieve a greater autonomy in the Kadjar, as its tank is 5 liters larger, 55 liters for the 50 of the Duster. In both cases, the versions with diesel engines are rated, based on the WLTP cycle, at between 4.9 and 5.5 L/100 km, while the gasoline versions consume between 6.1 and 6.5 L/100 km. The differences are so small that they are negligible in the normal use of the two cars. Equipment. The Dacia Duster is currently offered with 4 different equipment levels, which are called Access, Essential, Comfort and Prestige. While the Renault Kadjar can be configured in 3 different versions, called Life, Limited and Zen, plus a special edition called Black Edition. Both models come standard with all the airbags available, covering virtually the same areas, multifunction steering wheel, cruise control, sliding center armrest, rear seats with ISOFIX anchors, LED headlights, climate control and lights with automatic actuation. Central touch screen, TFT display for the onboard computer, wired compatibility with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, longitudinal bars on the roof, USB connections, and 16-inch diameter wheels, fabric upholstery, folding rear seat backs, anti-puncture kit, among others. The Kadjar adds additionally, as part of its standard equipment, steering wheel with vertical adjustment, heated mirrors, hill start assist, tire pressure control, bumpers and door handles and body color, etc. Driving aids such as blind spot detector or parking aids through cameras and sensors are optional in both cases. The metallic paint has an extra cost in both Dacia, €450, and Renault, €520. As you move up the available finishes, you opt for more technological equipment, infotainment, connectivity, active safety, etc. And, above all, improved aesthetics with specific details, nicer materials resulting in a feeling of higher quality and a sportier and/or more elegant look, both outside and inside the vehicles. Price: the Dacia Duster 2021 starts at €14,570 before commercial discounts, while the Renault Kadjar starts at €22,890. These are two prices that are quite distant from each other for two very similar cars, both in terms of performance and efficiency, size, livability, and technology, especially since the Duster has been updated and considering that it is the only one of the two that offers all-wheel drive with higher grip tires and a more than acceptable off-road dimensions for off-road use. In either case, as there are no plug-in hybrid or 100% electric versions available, customers are not eligible for the economic aid of the Moves 3 plan for their purchase. However, at CarWow we offer an average discount of more than €2,000 for the purchase of a Dacia Duster and an average discount of more than €6,000 for the purchase of a Renault Kadjar. Configure one of these cars with us and save money on your purchase. In conclusion, both the new Dacia Duster and the Renault Kadjar offer unique strengths that cater to different preferences and needs. The Duster stands out with its affordability and rugged design, making it an excellent choice for those seeking value and practicality. On the other hand, the Kadjar impresses with its refined interior and advanced technology, appealing to drivers who prioritize comfort and a premium feel. Ultimately, the better option depends on your specific requirements, whether you value cost-effectiveness or a more sophisticated driving experience. Whichever you choose, both SUVs bring their own merits to the table, ensuring that you have a solid vehicle for your adventures. Thank you for watching, and we hope this comparison has helped you make an informed decision.